Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Where is Brittany? I'm Brittany and I'm coming to you from inside of my beautiful tiny home on wheels, Domino. So we finally come to the day where it's time to present Domino to the world. Okay, so let's get into, Domino. Domino is a 1998 Chevy Express 3500. When I got her, she only had like 99,000 miles on her. And currently she has like 111,000 miles on her. So we've been driving. Let's see. I got Domino from an online auction. I do not recommend because I wasn't able to see it, inspect it, or anything prior. But yeah, I got her from an online auction for $3,200. And basically, we drove, me and my husband, which he was my fiance at the time, we drove to Casper, Wyoming to pick her up. And it took us about 2 days to bring her back, just because both of us was nervous driving the bus at the time. Domino, her name basically came from the Deadpool 2 character Domino. If you haven't seen the movie, basically she's this bad chick and she has like an afro, and her special power is
Domino. What's your shtick? I'm lucky.
Luck isn't a superpower.
Don't call it.
Whenever anything would like come at her sideways, her luck would basically, be her superpower, and that's how she would overcome her obstacles. And so like driving Dom back, like we didn't have any issues driving her, and also I won her in an online auction. So I was like, I guess her name could be Domino, and it just kind of stuck, with me. And also during the build process, I just saw a lot of ladybugs, and they say ladybugs are lucky too. So basically, that's just how Domino got her name. Yeah. So people ask why or how I got into this lifestyle. And like I said, I am married and I do travel solo. So what happened, let's, bring it back to, let's say, 2017. In June 2017, I separated from the Air Force, and I was awarded, my benefits as far as like going to school full time. And so I decided to go to school in San Francisco. And so, let's see, January 2018, I started school in San Francisco, and I rented out a room in a house with 4 other people, and I was paying $1,300 a month. And that included my room, and I had my own private bathroom. And I mean, the location was beautiful. Like, I was right by Ocean Beach. I loved it, but it was still $1,300 a month for a room. And I didn't feel like that place was mine. I rarely left my room. I only watched TV like when nobody was there, and I was like low-key cooking during the times that I knew people weren't home, because it just didn't really feel like my own space. So let's see, May 2019, I think it was more or less like March time frame, 2019, I started doing like research to see how I can like figure something out, because like $1,300 a month, for a freaking room, that's outrageous. Like my grandma in Florida, her mortgage is only $1,100, okay, for a house that she had built from the ground, on property, on land. So, it's just like crazy to me. So I started doing some research, and then hashtag Vanlife, popped up everywhere, and I just kind of like dove, head first in, and that's all I was like watching on YouTube. I like got consumed with it, and I was like, oh snap, this is something that you can do. I'm the middle child, so like I'm built different, and I'm a Gemini, and I feel like, the world is made up of sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows. And that's only after all of the time spent in the military, and this is now this reality that I created for myself. Like I keep all of the drama out and all the shenanigans, and if it does not, you know, benefit me and the people that I love, if it does not make me happy, if it does not bring me joy, then you get up out my life. I don't need you, because my world is filled with sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows, and that's what I've created up in, you know, this space up in my Domino. So yes, that's basically how I end up living in this short bus. So yeah, let's see. I'm sorry, trying to figure it out where we need to go from here. So what you're about to see technically is like Domino 2.0. I don't call her that because like I just think it sounds weird. She's my Domino. But initially, Domino did not look like this. When I started this renovation, the initial conversion for Domino, I was terrified because like I've never picked up anything other than a power drill before. And I was scared, I was intimidated. I knew what I wanted, but I just didn't know how to like actually, you know, take that first cut and do it. Although I watched so many YouTube videos and watched all these women build these amazing things, I still was like, you know, intimidated or whatever. So I went to Habitat for Humanity, bought my kitchen setup, and that was like 3 pieces for $45, and basically did just like a really simple build, and it worked. Like nothing was wrong with it, but it just was not me. And I don't know, thinking about it now, it just looks so sad and depressed. And to be honest, that was kind of the state of mind I was in at that moment. I was sad and depressed when I got Domino, and when, you know, I started this conversion, because it was just so many things. It was just so much going on in my life at the moment. Separating from the military, still trying to figure out, you know, my purpose and, you know, what makes me happy, who I am, and, you know, just trying to rediscover who Brittany is. You know, I lost it being in the military, and, you know, I was just on that journey, on that path, trying to rediscover myself. And so that initial build just looks so sad. And, you know, fast forward to present day, Domino got this remodel because of COVID, basically. Earlier this year, I was obviously enrolled in school in San Francisco, and basically COVID came and forced everybody away. So I went back home, and then I had all this time on my hands. School turned online, and so I was actually, you know, just at home. And so I decided to, you know, do this remodel. And, you know, I kind of had a dream, basically, and then I woke up and I kind of drew it out. And basically I wanted Domino to be this, you know, whimsical cabin in the woods, but like, you know, cute cabin in the woods, not like the scary, you know, cabin in the woods movie. And I think, you know, I have that vibe going. Like that's what I wanted. Like, and I think I do have it. So with that being said, like, okay, I'm gonna stop talking and let's get into Domino.
You sold me down the river, baby. You sold me down the river. Oh, hey, hey. Oh, you got me.
Welcome to my kitchen and like restroom area. I just wanted to give you guys like a feel of me in this space. I'm 5'4.5", and my countertop is like 3 feet long. So let's like dive into this kitchen a bit. Okay, so I built like a cute little shelf to basically house my silverware, and I normally have like all of my coffee stuff up at the top, but because like I'm stationary at the moment, I took like all of my coffee grinder and my French press. I took all of that inside. These are my bowls and plates that I use for Dom. This is really hard plastic. I love it. It's super cute. It kind of goes with the decor. This is my magnified mirror, and basically it does have a power switch, but I do not have it plugged up at the moment. And you know, you can just turn it on and off. I put this here. I got this from IKEA, and it was crazy enough that it matched like the wood, and so I use that for like my face towel. And here's my beautiful sink, my bowl sink that sits above, and yes, like I can wash dishes in it. Like I've had no issues with it. I've had this same sink since the initial conversion, and it's perfectly fine. Here's my hand in it, just so you can see it for reference. Here's my beautiful backsplash, my little tiles, and basically these are actually stickers. I found some white tiles from Habitat for Humanity, and then I got these stickers from Amazon, which I'll put a link below in the description. And I also got these tiles from Habitat for Humanity as well. And moving over here to the side, this, I'm actually gonna redo this, so this is literally current state. Over here I keep like CBD drops, my remote, and basically this is my pull-out pantry. I built this as well. Basically everything in here obviously it was built. My pull-out pantry, I have the 2 wheels on the back, and I put like bungee ports to basically hold things in. I did the same thing with the white tile and the stickers, and then use the silicone and glitter to like do the spaces. And underneath I did use just regular thin set, like it's held on with the regular stuff, but I just didn't put the, you know, regular grout in between. Okie dokie, so moving for the water, underneath I do have 2 7-gallon water tanks. The one in the back is clean water, and then up here is the gray water. And I have a 12-volt water pump. Here it is. I have a 12-volt water pump, and here is the switch to turn it on and off. Okay, moving over, here's my cabinets. I keep them closed by using some leftover fabric to basically tie a knot, and then, you know, it holds everything together. I do the same over here. Here is my camp stove. It's a 2-burner Coleman's camp stove, and you know, it's operated by propane, and I love it. It's perfectly fine. Down here I just keep pots and pans and, you know, just random stuff. And to be honest, like, I'm not using the space, you know, the best of its like capabilities, so I will be, you know, fixing that as time progresses. Down here I got these cute little bins from the Dollar Tree, and I just keep random stuff in here. So that's kind of like my junk drawer situation down here. And let's stand up now. Here is my 12-volt fridge. I got it off of Amazon, and it is pretty big. So my bed sits up 3 feet off the floor, and it is a full-size regular mattress. I didn't cut it or anything. A full-size 6-inch memory foam mattress that I got off of Amazon. Yeah, so let's go into my little loft. And basically this is how I get into bed every night. Okay, so now this is basically my loft, and I'm 5'4.5", so I do have space. my head is not hitting the top. And up here I still have the original emergency exit. It would be nice to like have maybe a max air fan or maybe turn it into like a skylight, but like I don't have any issues with leaks, and I don't want to, like, if it's not broke, you know, don't try and fix it. So I'm okay with it right now. So I have about 9 blankets up here, including my comforter set. Here is my little owl onesie. I love it. Okie dokie. Moving over, I have this little pegboard, and basically I just use it for like toiletries. And back here is just basically extra storage. I have 3 of these storage bins, and I just have random stuff in there. And now moving over here, I do not have any real plants in Dom. I tried at one point and I killed a succulent because I overwatered it, so that was a thing. And I tried to like plant, you know, have some basil in here, and the crap didn't even sprout. So I'm like, whatever. Because I wanted to be like a whimsical cabin in the wood feel, I purchased like so many different vines. I got these off of Amazon, and basically just went crazy. See? She is me, I am her. I purchased this from a artist off of Instagram. She is a Black female artist. If you're interested in her work, I'll put her Instagram handle in the description below. But yes, basically this is my upstairs upstairs like sleeping loft. I love it because it's just so cozy, and I feel like I still have like so much space everywhere, and also like people aren't like sitting. Okay, so here's the thing. It's 2 reasons why I really wanted my bed to sit up high. The first reason is because like I didn't want like my bed to be low and have to like convert from a couch to a bed. And also like when people come inside, you know, your home or whatever, like they sit on your couch. So basically people gonna be sitting like where you lay your head, random people or like your friends, you know, so they gonna be having like butt farts, you know, all up in your bed. No, so I do have like, I wanted, you know, to have that division from my living space to like my bedroom loft area. And then also like underneath, I have my big old crawl-in closet. And I already have a video out, my crawl-in closet tour. I'll link it like either here or here so you can watch that video. And basically everything is exactly the same minus my new pink pop-up shower tent and my new propane shower. So with that, I'll put in a video so you can watch my shower setup now. Living in Dom, the school campus gym was open, so I would take my showers at that gym. I also have a Planet Fitness membership, so I would utilize the showers there. I've used like lake water to take a shower, and also I even paid $14 for a freaking shower. Yeah, that was so yeah, I have no issues with taking showers and stuff like that on the road. construction site, and I have tools and stuff around, and you're like, okay, well, if under your bed is like a closet, where is your like garage situation? And basically that's underneath my couch at the moment. That's like the current setup, but it's not the permanent setup. So let's look at the couch. The couch length is about 5'5" if that makes sense. So like someone who's 5'5" can lay in there perfectly. I have my Lagoon swivel table, and I have a cute little live edge piece of wood there as my tabletop. Super cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. And let's look underneath. So it's a mess, and I don't even know if I want to show you guys. So okay, here goes. So under here again, it's just a whole bunch of tools. I have some coolant in here, but basically that's seriously, it's nothing but tools in there. And then over here, this is like my creative bin. I have extra fabric, spray paint apparently, and just like stuff for my creative side as far as like decorating Dom. And then in here I have like a little bit more tools, but more solar wires and nails and stuff like that. So yeah, that's like the ugly stuff that you want to keep hidden. It's really my garage for right now, but once Dom is like completely finished, then I won't need That is literally all of Domino, and this rainbow is hitting my face perfect. So I guess this is where I'm gonna let you guys go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe if there's something you like, and I'll catch you guys next week on another adventure.